Now that's a pretty good cup of coffee today. Hey there, how are you doing? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So, let's take a look at the cryptocurrency market and see what we're looking at. Well, we got a BTC price of $2,385. That's up 5.8%. It's been there. It's been 2,300 and the higher end, 50, 65, 80. In this area for a little while. Yesterday, today, and I think a little bit the evening before. This is great considering the type of correction we've seen over the weekend. We're getting segregated witness. So what is this? What's going on here? What's happening? Well, is the pot starting to boil? I don't know. Maybe. Well, we got an overall market cap of $87.6 billion. This is pretty good. We had highs over $100 billion. And I think we'll be seeing them again real soon. We got a real high trading volume, 6.4 billion traded in the last 24 hours. This is a lot higher. This is almost double compared to what we had been seeing. We had been seeing trading in the high 3 billion area. So, more signs that the water's starting to boil a bit, right? We got BTC dominance coming in at 44.8%, and I'm sure that'll be over 50% before you know it. We got Ethereum coming in at $240 today. Yeah, making some gains, 24.5% that is. For Ethereum being in the top 3, that's some really big gains. You usually don't see altcoins up there in the top 3 making gains more than 10 or 11% without there being some major news behind it. But this is mostly, I think, Ethereum just climbing back towards that $400 mark that we had, just like we're watching Bitcoin climb back towards that $3,000 mark. We got Ripple coming in at 18.4 cents. That's up 6.4%. This is pretty good for them. They're making their gains. They're getting back up there near their all-time highs of 30 cents too. I'm personally not a big fan of Ripple, but for those of you out there supporting, they're climbing back there, and there's supposed to be some big things and good stuff coming out for Ripple here soon. We got Litecoin coming in at 43.64. That's up 1.2%. Not the biggest gains, but during that reset or during the correction there and the prices all coming down, Litecoin really didn't take that big of a hit. So a lot of people were hedging their value in Litecoin, and therefore it maintained its value. And I don't think it really dropped below $35. We got Ethereum Classic coming in today at $16. That's up 5.6%. They need to get up over the $20 mark, but it's happening slow and steady, right? That's always the best kind of growth in the cryptocurrency market because then you don't get those corrections, right? We got Dash coming in at $169. It's up 13%. This is pretty great for them. They want to get back up over that $200 mark, but Dash always has a great team supporting them. With their governance system, they're always marketing, Dash, and it's growing as a currency around the world. So, we'll be seeing it soon. We got Evolution working its, way towards the mass adoption. And, Dash is going somewhere, but half of these cryptocurrencies are going somewhere. So, now as an early investor, it's pretty much just to pick it up and hold all of it as long as you possibly can. Just finding the ones that you have faith in makes it a lot easier to hold through the hard times. We got NEM, 13.6 cents. That's up 5.8%. This is pretty great for them. NEM has lots of big things coming up for them on their future roadmap. So, this might not be a cheap, or this could be a cheap price right now to pick it off at, considering the things they got coming down the road. We got Monero coming in at 37.47. That's up 8.9%. Tone Vays was bullish not that long back on Monero. We haven't seen the gains that he was talking about, but we still could before 2018. We got Zcash coming in at $215. That's up 19.6%. That's some pretty good gains right there, right? So let's take a look at Steam. What do we got? We got a $1.28. That's up 8.7%. This is some pretty good gains. I like to see Steam personally back around the $6, $7 area, but it's going to have its ups and downs, and Steam is always gaining momentum. We got the Steam back dollar coming in at 97 cents. That's another 1.24%. So, what does that mean? Usually I've been using the Steam back dollar as a way to gauge the market. So with it being under $1, but close to it, I'm still getting this boiling feeling with the cryptocurrency market. But, this could be, me and my own personal thoughts with the fact that Bit41 is, now receiving 80% and they're heading towards locking in segregated witness over the next 2 days. Which could bypass the user-activated soft fork and everything that's happening there. Lessening the contention. But, with segregated witness coming towards Bitcoin, all of a sudden when I start hearing this and I see this, I start hearing, it's like the shuttle getting ready to take off and the captain's coming over the speaker and he's saying, we need a go, no-go check on countdown. So, segregated witness on Bitcoin is going to bring everything. It's going to bring smart contracts. It's going to bring atomic. It's going to bring the Lightning Network. Everything that we see in all of these other altcoins that we've been running here for a year or two. The newer technology, Z snarks and everything like that. It's going to come on Bitcoin. And when that comes onto Bitcoin, I see a whole new set of speculators coming into the market. And with a whole new set of speculators, that means that it's just going to push our price up. It's going to push the whole cryptocurrency market price up. I mean, I'm saying at this point we'll be looking at $5,000 for Bitcoin or more. I mean, look at what Segregated Witness did for Litecoin, right? And I mean, I'm not the first person to say this. I'm sure you've heard this from half the people out there that are talking about the price and Segregated Witness and Litecoin and Bitcoin and everything that's happening. But, the fact still lies that every coin that has gotten Segregated Witness has more than doubled in value. I mean, to go out and speculate that Bitcoin's going to more than double in value with it being, the most highest cryptocurrency price out there. I mean, coming in at $2,385 right now, that's a lot to say. But I mean, realistically, if you look at the trend, that's what we're looking at. And I mean, with Segregated Witness coming onto Bitcoin, I mean, the scalability issues will be fixed. Everything that's been holding it back for 2 years, the debate, the contention, that'll pass. And I mean, right now we're looking at, there's still some contention on what's going to happen. We still have to lock it in. We still have to move forward. That's why the captain's just saying we need a no-go check to start the count. That clock still has to run. The shuttle still has to lift off. We still have to travel through the atmosphere before we hit the moon. But it's starting. The process is well underway. We're not sitting around battling for, all of this time, not really making decisions, not making progress on the network. We have Segregated Witness coming. BIP 91's bringing it. The 2 megabyte block thing, that's down the road. That's November. Whether or not that's going to happen, whether or not, we're going to see miner support and they figure that out and code. 90 plus days in the cryptocurrency market, I mean, you might as well be saying a year. Drama and news and everything happens so fast in the cryptocurrency market that 48 hours is a long period of time. So as we sit here and say, that, we need 48 hours, I mean, things could still happen. There is, miners could switch off and try to drop the price or something, to pick up more Bitcoin on the cheap, manipulating the markets. Not like we haven't seen that before. I mean, Bitcoin Unlimited. But, I'm thinking what's happening here is that most people want what's best for the market, right? And what's best for the market is to avoid contention, and the contention has gotten out of control. There is the potential of a Bitcoin split with the ABC coin, from Bitmain splitting off and the user-activated fork splitting off from the legacy chain. It started to get to be too much. So, and with the dates getting closer and closer, this is the safest way to go ahead and move Segregated Witness onto Bitcoin and move forward without causing any problems, which is what everybody wants to do. They want to retain their value in Bitcoin. They want to do the safest thing, and apparently this is what it looks like it's going to be. So, I mean, let's cross our fingers and hope that nobody goes and messes around with the market or pulls back on mining and tries to manipulate anything, and we get BIP 91 going nice and smooth, and we get Segregated Witness, and we'll worry about the 2 mega blocks, in 90 days or something. And between now and then, we'll just start rejoicing in the fact that we got Segregated Witness, see if we can't pump the price up a little bit on Bitcoin, see if we all can't make a little extra money trading, and move forward with our lives and enjoy the fact that we're early adopters in Bitcoin and that we're here for a reason and that we know the future because this is going to be the money, right? So if you like everything we got going on here on Bitcoin and Coffee, I need you to hit that subscribe button. Like I keep saying, the numbers are, growing around here. I love this community that we're all creating. It's a great, safe place to be able to talk freely about cryptocurrency and, what's going on and ask questions without feeling ridiculed or, told that you're a noob or anything like that. I'm never going to turn anyone away. If you shoot me questions at my email, eugeneforest20@gmail.com, some other people are out there saying, they repeat themselves over and over and over again, answering the same emails. I have some that are questions that are simple that I have just written a generic thing and saved it, and I will just cut and paste it and send it to you. But I mean, it is an answer to your question, and I have no problem sending you a template with an answer, which I've personally written. So I mean, there is some in-depth and personal character to it. But I mean, I usually do just take the time and just answer you on the fly since I'm usually at work half the time or whatever. But please, I want to hear your email, so shoot me one if you have any questions out there. That's the best service that I can provide for you here at Bitcoin and Coffee. Other than that, I have a list of tools listed down below that'll help you navigate these cryptocurrency markets. This is a list of my personal tools. I mean, if you go pull up my computer and hit bookmarks, that's it right there. This is how I work around the cryptocurrency market. These are sites that I use personally and trust. I've never had a problem with any of them. I pulled the Exodus wallet off of there. I use it for my doggies personally. I've never had a problem with it. Apparently, there's some sorts of people saying that it's not the greatest or whatever. So if there's people out there saying it's not the best, then maybe it's not the safest, and I went ahead and pulled that off. So go ahead and check that list. I'm constantly changing it to see what I can do to update it, just like I'm constantly changing my bookmarks. And as always, I got a Genesis mining code down there if you can use it. Stop over to Steam it, upvote my posts. That'd be a great way to support the channel. And I got donational addresses down there if you got extra crypto laying around. And remember, you guys, keep your Bitcoin safe.